Hey guys, it's Laura Fisher Photography. I wanted to do another video tutorial on my newborn editing. Basically, this type of editing will be very simple. Um, Nothing really too exciting, but it's always nice just to see like a basic editing of an image. So I'm going to choose this image here. I'm going to open it up in Photoshop. So as you can see, the lighting is still pretty good, but of course I want to enhance, the little areas, around his forehead, cheeks, and all that other areas. So I'm going to go over here to my basic, like exposures, real quick. So I think I want to bump this up to maybe 25. Contrast I'm going to leave alone. Highlights maybe just a little bit, 13. Darken a little bit of the shadows because you still want to keep those in there. Not by much, but some. Whites is good. Let's see. We'll just leave that very light as well. Clarity we'll leave there. You're going to open. And then here is the image. So as you can see, there's a lot of space up here. So I'm going to crop my image to right about, I think that looks pretty good. Let's see. And then maybe just a little scrunch up here. Yeah, perfect. And then I'm going to work on, excuse me, a little bit of a skin. So I'm just going to duplicate my layer. And I'm going to grab my spot healing brush tool. I'm going to use that tool and then also the patch tool afterwards. Basically use these two pretty much out of my whole editing. And then I'm just going to get these little spots here. The little skin peeling. Some parents like the like this in the image, but I always ask, like what they prefer, because you never know. Some parents just like the way that it looks, that's just the way that the baby is, and then some just like it completely gone and, completely fresh. This client typically wanted these pretty much all gone, so so I'm just gonna go through here real quick. And you can fast forward this part if you pretty much know what this is all about. It's nothing really too exciting. I think that is good for up here. Then we'll look at the cheeks. Put on his nose. A little bit of by his lips. Okay, let's make it big again. Just have a few spots in here. I think overall it's pretty good. Okay. So as you can see, this is the before and that's the after, so it gives it, pretty good change, I guess you could say. I'm just going to take this tool real quick. So all you got to do is just circle the area that you want to get rid of. You just click in it, drag it to the area that you pretty much want to use for the new spot, and then just click. Let me get rid of this. Everything else looks pretty good. He had beautiful skin, so didn't really have to do too much to his skin at all. He just had the little bumps type of thing. Okay, I think that looks pretty. Just gonna try to get rid of this guy real quick. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. Okay. So now we're gonna move on to So there's before and after. I don't know if you really can see it, but it makes a good change. So basically when I do my newborn editing, I use the Greater Than Gapsy Newborn Collection 2. I used to use the first one that originally came out, but you know, I like it. You know, it's pretty good, but this one like beats it. So I'm going to use this one. What this action does, it's pretty much smooths out his skin tone, or his skin, um, his skin. I was like, I had a brain fart there. And then it also sharpens. So it's an amazing, amazing tool. I don't know why there's two. Always happens. So we're going to zoom in real quick. So you can see that's the before and that's the after. You can see a little bit of a change. Here, I'll bring it up just a tad. So you can see it does pretty good stuff. I'm going to leave it at 32. Let me zoom out just to be sure. Looks good. So now we're going to work on his skin tone. He was a little bit red. So I'm going to use my selective tool, quick selective tool, and I'm just going to basically outline him, and that happens all the time. So doesn't have to be perfect, but just enough so you can get the baby in there. I don't know what happened up here, so we're going to take that down. Move this in real quick. Move this in. Oh, we're just going to like that. So you're going to go to Layer, New Adjustment Layer, and then Color Balance. So here are your midtones. I never really use any of these. It's basically just this one. Very simple. So I'm going to use a little bit of cyan because he's on the redder side. Let's go down to 6. Add a little bit of yellow in there, not too much. So that's the before and that's the after. So it's a pretty good, pretty cool tool. So I think that looks pretty good. And then you're going to go down to the Retouch Toolkit, and you're going to go to Tone Correctors. We're going to still work on his skin tone. Excuse me. And we're just going to get some of this spread out a little bit. So I'm going to bring this down, we'll say about 40%. And then we're going to zoom right on in. Grab our paint tool brush. And then just go over those little red areas. A little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there, around his eye, a little bit on his cheek, across his cheek, his eye there. And then we're just going to get these little areas as well. I think that looks pretty good. So definitely got rid of that red part. It looks a little gray right here because of the shadowing and a little bit by his bum. So we're going to use the Go Away Gray. We'll try it 40% again. And then we're just going to go over those little areas. His eye was a little gray there. let's zoom right on out so we can see him. And then we're gonna go right on over here. Just get a little bit there. A little bit about his belly. Somebody also asked me where I position my lighting. They said that they like the way that the lighting looks. So you picture, you know, this is the beanbag. I basically put my lighting pretty much right next to the beanbag, but on like a little like 40-degree angle type of thing. So it's like right about here, and I have an 86-inch PLM umbrella, so it's pretty huge. So it gives it really good shadowing. And I think that, oh, we're gonna get a little bit on his belly here. So it's basically just like in this area, I guess you could say. It's hard to explain. Hopefully that helped. If not, I'm sorry. Okay, so I think that looks good. Really brighten it up. Let me see the red real quick. Okay, awesome. So the next thing I'm going to do is a curves adjustment. So I'm going to go to layer, new adjustment layer, and then curves. Click OK. Then I'm going to go right about here. I'm just going to darken it a little bit. Take our eraser, maybe 80%. And then we're just going to go over these little areas that you want to highlight. I'm a huge highlight shadow type of person. I don't like I really shouldn't say I don't like it, but it's not my choice with it all being bright, you know, and airy, I guess you could say. I like shadowing in my images, so. When I shoot my newborns, I always have all the lights off. And then just have my light source. Over here. And then we'll just take it down just a little. I think that looks really good. Okay, so now I'm just going to smooth out his skin tone just a little bit. You know, just like these little rough type of edges. We're going to have the opacity at 14% with our clone stamp. And then we're just going to basically just kind of just smooth out his skin a little bit. I know a lot of people don't do this, but I just do it real quick. Nothing too extravagant or anything like that, just real simple. And then we'll just get a little bit by his nose here. Hopefully these videos are like fun for you guys and not boring. I hope you guys learn from it. That would make me feel a lot more, you know, pretty good. So we're just gonna, I like the shadowing right here for some reason. And then zoom out. So there's a little bit of a change. I'm gonna work a little bit over here with his butt. Real quick. Just has like a weird shadow, I guess you could say. Just tone it down just a little bit. And just do these little spots as well, since we're over here. Okay. And then just a little bit on his arm. Okay, so that's before and that's the after. I think I'm going to get just that area right there real quick. Okay, so you see real quick, that looks good. Okay, so I'm going to go down to this guy here. Absolutely love this action. It's the tummy time. It makes it very like airy, you know, but kind of like matte, kind of like mixed in, I guess. So I'm going to tone it down. We're going to go about, I think right about there looks pretty good. And then I'm just going to just erase a little bit so we still have that darkness. So I think that looks pretty good. I still see a little bit red in him, and it's bothering me right now, so I'm going to just do, that's okay. We can just erase it. Another color balance, and just gonna add that in, add a little bit of that. So let's just take that out. I think that looks pretty good. And then flatten it. And then we're going to go down and we're going to run this guy, Clean Warmth. And of course we're going to tone that down. And we will go, not too much. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, and then we're going to go down to Custom Rich right here. We're going to select let's select right about there. See how that looks? Okay, that looks really good. So it gave it like a little bit more shadowing, darkness around, which I love. Make sure on his butt doesn't look weird. Nope. Excuse me. And then we're going to go back up to feature any answers. I apologize, I just got over being sick, so yeah, it's no fun. So we're going to go over to Lash Enhancer, and we're going to take it, we'll just say right about at 20%, and then we're just going to go over these areas by his eye, and then his lashes as well. He has beautiful lashes. So we're going to nip that in the butt real quick, and then we'll go right on over here, and then the same thing. Those eyelashes. And then this is the before and that's the after. So it gave it a pretty good sharpness. And then we're going to go down to rosy cheeks. We'll go about 20% again. We might tone it down a little bit more, but we're going to go right about there. Okay, let's see how that looks real quick. Okay, that looks good. And then we're just going to flatten our image. And then I'm just going to brighten this up just a little bit. It just seems a little dark. So just going to go to the light brush. We're going to do, we'll say 15%. And then we're just going to go over this part. Up here. Same as this side. Let's see how that looks. Just gonna make it 12%. I think that looks really good. And then I noticed by his eye, he has, get those out real quick. There. Okay, I think that looks good. And then we're just going to sharpen. So this editing it's just very simple, very basic type of editing. And then we're just going to zoom in. That's a huge difference. We're just going to tone it down. And crazy. We just see one more. There. So that is our editing. I hope this video was very helpful for you guys. Thank you for watching.